Dum 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 dum. That sad intonation is to remind everyone that today, right here in beautiful downtown Lawrence, it is the final summer episode of the Wonder Fair Home Shopping Network live broadcast. We will still come at folks with some occasional pre-prepared videos of unboxings, maybe of product features,
wow,
deep dives.
Really promising big here.
I think I said we may.
Oh, I thought you said we will occasionally.
Oh, shoot. Now I'm locked into at least 3. You think 3?
3 times, maybe.
I signed a verbal contract for 3. You know what? In this world, Paul, a verbal contract means nothing.
All right. Well, may or may not happen. Who knows?
Get it notarized and come and see me. Anyway, it's the last episode. I brought some decorations.
Okay.
They just happen to be the pom-pom garlands that we recently received from our new Nepalese vendor.
Yes.
Locked Up Papers, who make beautiful art papers, also randomly had pom-poms with jingle bells on them.
Oh, wow.
So you take that in. Ooh.
It's getting festive in here.
It's getting festive. These are designed to like hang down from a doorway, but you can also use them like a bunting. So we're just gonna decorate a little bit since it's a party. Maybe like this.
Okay.
Oh, so festive. Insta-fest. Great. Should I open another one perhaps? I'm sure the crinkling sensation's pleasant for everyone. Okay, round 2. Will you make me a piece of tape also? Thank you. Oh, great swag there, Paul. Good effort. We probably should have decorated first, but you know what?
So now people know it's like
This
so
one's
real.
gonna go up
It's not like we have a lot of paid assistance here.
That's good. Okay. Now it's a party, Paul. Look.
Ooh.
I feel festive. There's another set that's like looks like tiny terrestrial globe, super cute. We'll deal with those later. Okay, so now
What do one of these sets of pom-poms go for?
Well, it's good that you showed me the back because now I can tell you that it is 18 doll hairs for a very cute 1 million pom-poms garland. It's not a million.
Not a million, more like 20.
It's like quite a few pom-poms. 5, 10,
30.
15, 20, like 25 pom-poms. So if you'd also just like to have a bunch of cute pom-poms, you can just snip the garland apart, I guess.
And that would be a real good bargain because some of these pom-poms.
They're very cute.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that I think Dave's gonna really like it. So that's good. So we've decorated for our party. We'll have Nikita here with us in a little bit.
Stationer to the
Stars updates.
We're gonna be needing to project far out into the future today.
Or we'll just do whatever. Could be even just for 1 week. I mean, who can really like think too deep into the future right now?
It's hard.
Even thinking 4 months into the future, I find very terrifying. I'm just going to be honest.
Oh boy. 4 months.
So we'll definitely be back leading up to that. But for now, and we've been here to help provide local news while a lot of things were happening. There's always going to be things happening though, folks, though the elections are currently kind of on the downward slope leading up to the general election in the fall. The one local update I have for people to keep an eye on is that the Criminal Justice Coordinating Committee in Lawrence continues to meet, and last night had their first discussion that was serious, that I've heard of, about making sure we have a public defender's office in Lawrence. Is that right?
All right.
Did I get those words in the right order?
I think yes. I mean, that's the snippets I've been hearing anyway, is that's part of the conversation now, public defender's office.
Yep, that was part of Coop's platform. We still can't believe he didn't win the DA's race.
Hey.
But regardless of whether he's there, we can push the issue forward to get better, quicker defense for folks who are in the justice system. Right. So that's cool. So keep an eye on that as it develops. Keep attending those super fun county and city commission meetings, which are on Zoom now.
Yeah.
Or actually not Zoom. You just watch them on
one of those things.
Their own websites.
There's also strategic planning going on. The citywide economic development strategic planning stuff is happening this week and next. So if you're interested in getting involved in that, I encourage you to. Lots lots of people who, I've gone to like those boring kinds of meetings occasionally, and it's usually I'm the youngest person in the room by like 20 years, and I'm not even that young. So would love to see some younger folks out there, because otherwise your voice doesn't get represented when it comes to those big things. That shows you where the chips end up falling.
And then whatever they see on TV, they assume is true because they've never personally experienced a opinion counter to their own. So you got to go take a risk and put your voice and your opinion out there so that people know it's real and not just hyper
not just the kid on the internet anymore.
It's not just kids on the internet. So that'll be fun for everyone. They're not going to miss us at all. Plus, we really went off the rails toward the end of this broadcast.
Yeah. For folks who are tuning in for stationary features, you've been out of luck for the last month or so. But
we apologize.
If you want to see some stationery, just come on down to Wonder Fair here.
Come on down.
We're open noon to 6, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday. And we might even be back on Sundays kind of soon. So we're working on it. We're getting things moving and shaking here. Back to school's happening. Any updates on back to school, Meredith? Just been doing a lot of ordering?
I only had to start like 3 new accounts this year. That's average, actually.
All right. What's going to be new? Tired. What are we expecting to see? What's hot? What's new? What's coming in new?
Oh, well, I mentioned that new fabric distributor, so that's exciting.
Not to the folks at home.
Oh, we got a new distributor who mainly sells like fabric and notions so that we can sell like every cute pair of scissors and every cool ruler.
Oh, wow. Watch out for
and
that.
Maybe certain kinds of embroidery floss, but the real reason I got it is because I really wanted to get into like punch hooks, like those rugs that are made with a punch hook. And I wanted people to be able to buy the really cool, nice ones made of wood and not plastic from someone.
Boy.
And they're higher quality and they'll last your lifetime, which is ideal because we live on this big ball of
wooden punch hooks coming soon to Wonder Fair.
So that's my news. With no further ado, is it no further ado? I mean, this is also your last episode. I guess you could come back on at the end and say things.
Yeah, well, I'll drink some of this concoction you've created.
Oh, well, small
maybe.
problem.
Wow.
We have to announce.
I know we promised this.
Small hiccup in the Boba Cola plan.
Boba Cola.
So sad. We should probably commiserate with Nikita about it.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to do an Instagram stories update
Maybe
later.
You can just slide in next to me at the end and we'll toast all 3 of us.
Okay.
So if you have any parting comments, you can say them then. One segment we'll do at the end too is I thought we'd all say things we wish we'd done on the show and we never did them.
Oh.
Just as a way of
what's been your favorite episode of the show? How about that?
Oh gosh.
Do you have a fave? My fave is when we decibel tested pens.
That was fun.
I feel like that actually created some new information for the world.
It did. Decibel testing click pens was fun. I really liked doing the pen cuteness off.
Oh, yeah.
Also, when Lee from Leeway Franks was here, that was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, that was a big moment.
Anytime people brought us food was nice.
Got to interview a local hot dog hero.
One time we were doing the episode and someone from, I think it was Mass Street Fish House, just showed up in the middle of the broadcast and brought us tons of cocktails.
It was 7:15.
It was from 7:15?
Yeah.
My bad. That was awesome.
That was great.
And I feel like I've just had fun kind of chatting with Nikita every time because then we just end up getting a little off the rails and it's usually pretty delightful. I liked the time I revealed some secrets about The Little Mermaid and it kind of shocked Nikita.
Oh.
And I thought that was a pretty fun episode. I don't remember what we were even trying to talk about. Nikita, do you remember?
What we were trying to talk about?
Yeah, what were we trying to talk about?
No. I don't. Oh, we were talking about maybe Neptune or something. It was. I think we were trying to talk about Neptune. And
yeah, that makes sense.
What about Poseidon and the guy from Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Who I find very attractive.
Yeah, I mean.
And Sebastian, who I
he's
also find very attractive.
We got to get you back on mic here, Nikita, if you're really laying it down like this.
Okay, so.
I need to reveal some of Meredith's weird questions.
So my mistakes I said on camera. Oh no, we didn't get the stool to drop the screen.
I got it right here.
Oh, you did a great job.
Not true.
Okay. I will be the Lemony Fresh maker, and in just one moment, we will be joined by Nikita, our stationer to the stars, to reminisce and maybe share not just past but future reflections. All right, Nikita, please join me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm covered in the yarns, but it's fine.
That's natural. That's good for you.
I mean, it does feel kind of natural.
I think it's important for everyone to know that Dave is currently just like, he shoved himself into a very small box. And so like all of his like body is just like
Where?
going over. He's in the back. He's in the defective box that you have for the little
Oh,
mesh bags. And it's definitely like not big enough for his body, but he like kind of fits.
That's
So
thrilling.
he's just like relaxed into
Well,
it, but his body is like
ugh.
hanging over.
awesome. We'll try and get a shot of that at the end.
It's
Thanks for the
really,
heads up.
really good heads up.
Um,
I've been staring at that
Yeah.
while listening. So
So
that's
should
been
we
fun
first
for me.
Boba Cola update?
Tragic updates. Tried to
I-
achieve.
It's a lack of planning on my part. I should have double checked
I didn't
the
plan
hours.
either. I didn't do it.
I just assumed a person starts drinking boba around 11 a.m. So I thought worst case
It
scenario,
doesn't start, yeah.
my favorite local boba place, which is Ding Tea, but also High Tea is great.
I like high
I
tea
thought
a lot.
one of them would probably be open by 11, and that was not the case.
Apparently
opens
people
at noon
don't
and
start
one.
drinking boba until noon, I guess.
So that's, you know what? I'm not mad about
It's
it.
tragic.
I do have cold cans of Coke, though.
That's important, yeah.
So I'm going to pass this one to you, Nikita, to open.
Nice.
And we can just, we could either start
Pretend.
now or at the end do a Coke toast.
You just do a Coke toast at the end. I think that's fun. Cool. Yeah.
All right. So, despite that tragedy, and you went to great lengths to get boba.
Oh, I tried.
Do you
Drove
wanna
all the way out to
briefly share your
Iowa Street.
experience?
Yeah, all the way out there. Yeah, I tried to go to a place called Preso Tea on Iowa, and they're pretty new, and they're like doing boba, and I think they're doing some kind of like snacks, perhaps, and then maybe like I don't know if they're doing like coffee or whatever. They have a pretty like extensive menu, I think, but either they weren't prepped by the time that I got there because I literally just went there like right when they opened, so I kind of like caught them off guard a little bit, or maybe they're just having issues with shipment because of like everything that's going on, and they have like a limited menu, I guess. But they didn't have any boba pearls at the moment, and also I was trying to just ask if I could literally just like get like a cup of boba, and the person who was working looked at me very strangely and was like, "We don't do that," which is fair, but
Yeah.
it is a wild one. I was like, "Can I just like buy that from you?" And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Okay."
So we learned a lesson. We're just going to enjoy the boba cola on our own.
Yeah, I think that we're just gonna have to do that someday on our own.
No
I could
problem.
probably prep something from Checkers if I needed to, because I used to prep it for House of Cha. I used to work there,
Right.
so that was fun.
You have many funnel cake and boba skills from
I have a lot of
old restaurants of Lawrence Pass.
yeah, I have a range of skills from old Lawrence places.
Well, your current skill we'd love you to share is Nikita. What's going on up there?
Oh yeah,
It's our final episode, but the planets keep us spinning.
they
what
just
should
keep
we-
going.
What should we plan for?
I do have some like it is like not very positive.
Okay, bring it on.
So I don't know what we're feeling as a vibe. I just like read an email from Channy because I'm on the email updates list for Channy Nicholas, who's an astrologer that I hold near and dear to my heart. And it's not looking great.
Uh-oh.
But do you want me to start with fun stuff maybe?
I'm ready for
or
all
do
of
you
it.
want,
I
like-
mean, I think we all know that it's going to be a hard year before there was a global pandemic, in addition to the
Yeah.
election year. So you know what, folks? We're all here with each other to get through this together.
Mm-hmm.
So Nikita,
it's
bring it
time.
on, the light and the dark.
The light and the dark. Well, fun stuff. The new moon comes up in Leo on Tuesday. That's kind of cute. New moon is a great time to set intentions for things, as well as just like focus on what the potential is for your upcoming like couple weeks. And that's pretty fun. Leo is a great sign, and that's currently where our sun is at as well. So it's just going to be like a good time of like pride and courage. I think it also like trines. Shoot, I don't remember what it trines, but it's going to be in a
something.
very positive like relation to another planet that is supposed to be great for just like bringing about courage and pride. I want to say, no, I'm not going to get it right. I'm not going to guess that. I thought about it and I didn't write it down. So I was like, you'll remember.
Must not have been that important.
I think Leo season has really led me to like, because I usually take notes over everything and I like write everything down. And Leo season has really given me like confidence that's way beyond like what is like reasonable for my memory, where I'm like, you'll just remember, and I don't remember things because I have ADHD and a lot of brain thoughts that don't retain in my brain.
They're really good thoughts, though. I'm glad there's so many of them.
I have so many thoughts, so I'm glad that someone thinks that they're good ones.
I think you know, the more the merrier. Also, you can move on from some of them pretty fast, right? If they turn out to be bad, you're just like, bye.
I often just like,
I'm done with
that's out of there. I
That's
thought about it, I heard it, and it's
I'm
over.
a dweller, so I really appreciate and want to have that in my life.
Just anytime you start to dwell, just remember that there's a lot of cute little goats.
I have been trying that method, and the goats are helping.
Do they help with the dwelling?
That's
what like helps me. Or like that otter picture that's literally just the otter wearing the hat that says, women want me, fish fear me.
Yes.
That's really
I look at those
the
a
image
lot.
I think about a lot.
The other thing I go to a lot is the Twitter thing you shared me. That's a cat eating food with just like an absolutely absurd, like open hinged jaw, just scooping it up like a backhoe.
Yeah, it's
watched
a really
that.
powerful image.
It's such a powerful image. And I feel like that cat, the way it approaches life and like the opportunity in front of it really often helps me stop dwelling on the things that are scaring me about a project and just get in there.
The
and
energy
other
emotion
cat looks on like,
the cat like is so upset. The cat looks into the camera like it's on The Office. It's like a whole thing. The cat's like, what?
I'll reshare that on our Twitter feed in case people need to see it.
To do that.
Okay. So
it's really powerful.
So anyway, Leo energy
for
you.
Be
and
like
we got that
cat.
full moon. What else is popping?
So the moon is currently in Gemini. I think it just entered into Gemini, which I always love. I'm a Gemini. I love the Gemini energy. It's also fun because it's currently trining Saturn. So Gemini is it can be a little all over the place because you're just like, I have so many areas of interest and I just want to explore them all. But I think the fact that it trines Saturn is actually good because it maybe will give us a little bit more discipline and exploration. So I feel like it's like a good time to like be able to like work on projects and actually like get things done with them. Which would be really cool for me. Because I have a lot of projects I started and I need to get some of them done.
Like embroidery projects or other projects?
Embroidery projects, crochet projects. I am making a couple of people those earrings that I made. Like I'm making some for some other people who wanted to buy them for me. Yeah, pom-pom earrings. And I sure need to work more on that. And yeah, just some other stuff. I have another natal chart I need to finish, and yeah, there's
That's
a lot of things on the plate.
Well, good luck with that Saturn vibe.
I hope the Saturn vibe brings in some good discipline.
Yeah, it's got all those rings to really
so many rings
tucked in tight.
Saturn is all about just discipline and rules and systems.
I don't always like those things, but I do like structure in my own life. So
there's
I guess
some good
cool.
things. There's some really good structure there. I mean, there's the negative sides to discipline and rules, and then there's the positive sides. And I think Saturn is like kind of a little bit of both. There's also like a period of time where it's called the Saturn return. And I think people usually experience like 2 to 3 of them in their lifetime. It's like every 30 years or so. And it's like supposed to be like an area of like upheaval where you're like, what am I actually growing from and what am I doing?
We're having that now?
So no, it's not really right now. It's kind of dependent on people's like lives. It usually starts like the first one's around like 27, 28 years old for people.
Yeah.
And then like another one around like 60-ish, I guess. And it's just supposed to issue in the new. Yeah, you should definitely research it. It's very interesting. I actually have a podcast episode that I think that you would like that's about it.
Okay.
From a really cool astrologer named Jessica Lanyadoo.
That sounds like a very Creole name. Is that a Creole name?
I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't know her background, but
Lanyadoo, I love it. It's a little bit cool. French.
Just a little bit.
It's got a lot going on.
There's a Y in there, yeah. It's like a lot for a last name.
I like it.
But yeah, she talks a lot about Saturn returns in this one episode she does, and it's very interesting. Yeah,
Cool.
Ghost of a Podcast, I think is what it's called. If anybody wants to look into that.
How do I not have a pen anywhere near me in my stationery store? They're over there. I guess I can get one if I need
There's a
one.
little bear buddy over here.
We'll check
if you
in with
want
it later. Okay, so any
Um,
other like long-term projections? Any
So the long-term information I got from Chani
Okay.
is about Mars, and it's not really the best
Ooh,
news. Mars is the planet that is about like how you handle conflict and aggression.
badly?
Where's your Mars? Do you know? I'm curious, just because you said that you
I feel
handle
like
it badly.
I told you.
You probably
by text
told me.
and
I'll
I've
look on
forgotten.
CoStar later.
So yeah. Keep telling me
I'll
what you were
research
telling
it.
me, and I'll quickly look while
Just
you're
double
telling me
check
the
it.
news. Yep.
So Mars is in Aries right now, and it's going to be there until January. It stays there for a long time. Aries is very confident. It's actually like the ruler of like Mars rules Aries, so it makes sense. But Aries is very confident. It's very bold, and I think it's like asking us a lot to like be very like to go forth in our like situations that we need to handle and actually handle conflict, which is a great thing. That Mars goes into retrograde in September, so
Mhm.
September 9th until November, it's going to go into retrograde, which is a little scary because that just may mean that things are a little more heated as far as like dealing with conflict. And it's squaring a lot of planets that are going to be in Capricorn. So it's just like a little bit daunting. It's not necessarily like, you know, there are definitely like positives and negatives to that. It's not like all bad, but it is very scary because Capricorn is very practical. It also can be kind of stubborn. So having like Mars, which is in Aries, which is definitely more of a stubborn sign, than like squaring, which is just kind of like a harsh like relationship with another planet, and those planets being in Capricorn. It's just a lot of energy there that's very kind of severe, but that doesn't necessarily mean bad things. It just means maybe some difficult things to get to good things, if that makes sense.
Okay. I mean, I'm all about ad astra per aspera. To the stars through difficulty. We've been raised in this
Kansas,
culture to feel like hard work is fun and awesome and
It's so
character
fun.
building. So
It's really character building to
I
be in
embody
pain,
that.
huh?
I can do it. My Mars is in Cancer.
Your Mars is in Cancer. Oh boy. Oh no.
I'm not very good at dealing with conflict.
I guess I understand why conflict might be a little more difficult for you, but I think that you handle it okay. I don't know. I guess I haven't witnessed it that much, but I feel like when I witness you dealing with situations, you like handle them, and I feel like that's good.
If I'm not like emotionally involved with them, I can handle them really well. But
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into avoiding, like trying to not put myself in a position where I created conflict too big for me to handle.
Okay.
Which is a lot of labor all the time, but it's probably good for me based on what you've just said. And I'm going to stick with that plan.
You don't need, unnecessary conflict is not
It's so
ideal.
much. I don't have that much energy in my life to
I don't
be
have
dealing
energy
with
for
it.
that. Yeah, I try to avoid anything that's too dramatic.
Yeah, I got to put a lot of energy into the cute goats and my friends who I love and our store that's cute and our society that's crumbling.
Yeah, a lot of energy has to go into that
And
one.
my Animal Crossing town.
Yeah. That's an important thing to put your
I'm just
energy
being
into.
honest. I'm putting
You
some
should
of
put
my
it
energy
into
there.
Animal Crossing. Have you done anything with the Rilakkuma lately? How's your farm?
You know, as soon as I eventually moved on
Mhm.
from Rilakkuma into Animal Crossing once
Yeah, understandable.
my life had stabilized enough that I could handle Animal Crossing.
That's understandable.
So
You can only really handle like so many crops at once, and Rilakkuma Farm is asking you to do so much on top
yeah,
of.
I was having a great time with it, but it
Mhm.
also needed me to like play with it all the time at work, and I just also stopped having that freedom.
Yeah, you're like, I
So-
actually probably should like work at work.
Yeah, I can't like be helping customers all day and then be like, 1 second, Rilakuma's got some milk for me to collect.
You're
Just
like, I will talk to you about these pens. Just give me 1 minute to collect some crops real
My
quick.
crops are done. So like,
I gotta make some smoothies for some
Oh,
customers
so
real quick.
totally. He always wanted smoothies. These bears could not get enough.
Your smoothies were too good.
Whew,
That's
so
your problem. You were like the juice stop of Rilakkuma.
it's a lot. In Animal Crossing, you can just play once a day, and they're like, "It's okay. We didn't even need smoothies."
Yeah. I'm guessing, yeah, the villagers are like, now we didn't need smoothies.
They take care of themselves.
They're chilling. They're in their own village, yeah.
Mhm.
They're in the village. They're just like doing whatever.
Everyone
Make
on
it work.
Rilakkuma Farm was fully dependent on it.
They all have Mars and Cancer.
a
We're like,
lot.
we can't deal with conflict and we're emotionally very invested in you right now.
We're so invested. So I just walked away. That's the Taurus moon.
Yeah, you were like, I have independent
So-
needs and I will take care of those.
So good to know. I mean, this Saturn retrograde. Saturn retrograde? Mars retrograde.
Mars retrograde, yes.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, the only one. So Mars is squaring Pluto at one point during this, which is good. It just is kind of like an idea of like overcoming obstacles, collective action, which is great. I love it. So that's always good. And then there's like Mars squaring Jupiter, which is like Jupiter's all about abundance. Mars is about like conflict. So that's like, that can be good. It can mean that we're like asking for what we want, and that's cool. I did put yikes next to Mars squaring Saturn. Like that's my main note here. It just says yikes. Just because Saturn scares me, I think, a little bit, but that's also like probably gonna be okay. It's just gonna be, you gotta be strategic about the way that we handle conflict. And obviously there's a lot of upcoming
Smart.
things that may be a little bit of a conflict area. So I think we just gotta be strategic, understanding that we do have power in our lives as a collective group. And I think it's all gonna be okay. It's gonna be tense, but it's gonna be okay, Meredith.
That sounded great. And I know that full moon's coming, so we can start setting intentions. I've been thinking like it's time to start getting training for how to respond to things we're going to start hearing more. Like maybe some people are going to come at you with some MAGA arguments, and you want to be ready to respond to that in a tactical and strategic way.
I think so. Yeah, I
Maybe
think that's
Saturn
great.
will help us do that with Mars, because Saturn's like, ooh, you're about to fly off the handle with your anger, but let me put some
Get some
structure in that.
behind that. We need a foundation
And it's a
for our
collective
arguments,
structure.
and it's great, and it's collective, and that's great.
Yeah, maybe your arguments are like less personal and more communal, and
Yeah, that'd
we're
be
not
cool.
using our personal experiences to project onto everyone else's.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I know the
Maybe we
personal
can do it.
experience, people really go for a story. Like
Yeah,
I met a woman in Pennsylvania who said this story. What's up with that? This is a whole different discussion.
we
I just am
humans are
thinking
very
about,
connected to
Yeah.
personal story.
Right,
That's why
like,
your
this
brain,
is-
like empathy comes from
Totally.
like having a face for it. And so if you have one story where someone says something, you're like, I guess I'm believing it and I'm gonna just hardcore feel that no matter what other people tell me.
maybe it's good that humans can really empathize with each other and totally align themselves to it. Maybe it's not. There's probably a balance in there. I just think of all the election year speeches I've heard and how many singular people I've heard the stories of.
yeah, there's a lot of stories out there.
This probably has nothing to do with Saturn. I apologize. We went into a weird place this morning due to meeting
place.
a MAGA person.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Whatever.
That's unfortunate.
But your speech kind of lifted me out of it, Nikita.
Oh wow,
I
that's
know.
exciting.
I might listen back to it later, actually.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you so much. I felt like it was really concise and it acknowledged the challenge while putting a really simple spin on it.
We
I can do
gotta be hopeful within the challenges.
I don't know. Should we just toast Cokes and just hope for the best?
Yes. And just talk about why we're all in love with Sebastian and then it's all gonna be
I'm
fine.
kind of moving on.
You've moved on?
Maybe.
To who? What is your other Little Mermaid character that you care about?
Sebastian is really great. Did I get all your notes? Did you get through all your notes?
I
by the
think
way?
so. Yeah.
I just, if you'd got
No, I
anything
feel
else to
pretty
get
good
to,
about
and
it.
I slightly derailed us because of my train of thought has been on like 2 tracks at once.
I pretty much covered it.
Just being honest. You look at your little illustration.
Oh yeah, that's from I had tea with my demons recently in a little webinar, and they were like, draw your feelings, and it was like a little fatigue monster that I was like, that's
Wow.
a blab.
You had
Just
tea
a
with
little
your demons in
blab.
a webinar?
Yeah, I
You're just
I
gonna
did a
say that and
webinar
work
with.
right past
Do
it?
you want me to just flow past it? No. There's this amazing artist named Yumi, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I feel really bad about it. But they're on Instagram. It starts with an S. I feel like if you just start typing it, it's like Sakagawa, I think.
Okay.
And they do a lot of like really cool like pen illustrations, but they also like combine that with just like concepts of like understanding your feelings and mindfulness tactics and different kind of breathwork type work practices. And they did a webinar that was called Have Tea with Your Demons, and it was just like confronting negative feelings during like quarantine times. And it was just a really cool exercise of doing like writing exercises and mindfulness practices combined. And it was like envision your feelings and think about like color and weight and density of that feeling, and then like it kind of went from there into like, what is this feeling like if you could like make this into some kind of monster or person, like what does that look like? And then it was like, what if you were to sit down and have tea with that monster and just ask like what it has to offer you, and like how you can work with that feeling.
Wow.
It's really cool artist.
Sounds like a new framework for our boba tea drinking. That's boba Coke, and it's just us.
Just having boba Coke with your demons.
Tea with our demons and boba cola.
Okay. Boba cola with your demons.
Well, speaking of,
is it toast time?
it is.
Oh wow.
Paul, do you want to slide in here?
We gotta have a toast. Dave is very fascinated by toasting.
He is.
Should we have Dave join us too?
Yeah, should you get Dave?
David.
He doesn't get to have any Coca-Cola though.
Nah, that's not good for his little Tom.
Oh,
He is
really?
not
Oh,
wanting
he's
to toast. He's like, I don't want to be part of this.
Oh, you're pulling him off
He's
the
sad
box.
that it's ending.
He didn't love it. He didn't love it,
buddy.
No,
but he's
maybe he'll
actually
curl
pretty
up
into
here.
it now. Okay, Dave, a toast.
Okay.
Nikita, a toast. We'll toast from afar.
Toast
Super
from
safe.
here.
Boop, boop, boop.
Dave.
Dave.
Boop.
He was like, Colt, don't like it.
Do not like. Okay, this is a toast to. It's been a lot of months. Can we even count them?
5, 6.
Yes, we can apparently. He can.
It was a bunch, and it was really nice for folks to join us as we brought our shop online in a way that felt comfortable to us, because we never want to be a normal internet retailer.
Get out of here. No way.
But we really want to be in our community, being our little stationery store, and trying to send some love out into the world. So I hope you did that.
Yay.
Thank you, Nikita, for joining us every Wednesday for so long.
That was so fun. We had a good time.
I felt like I learned a lot.
I hope
I
so.
hope I retained some of it.
I'm trying to retain some of the information I shared.
Yeah,
So
that's really true.
Okay.
Okay, a toast. So
we're doing full.
Thank you,
to all those
everyone.
people.
Everyone.
Joining the Wonder Fair Home Shopping Network.
Woo.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow. Imagine
Coke is
if there was
good.
boba in this.
I know.
Can you picture? It's
Yeah.
so good.
Did you ask what my one regret is?
What is your one?
My one regret is that I never got to tell the people out there about the Merc game, which
Oh, no.
is
You
yeah.
definitely did. You
No, I never
absolutely-
did. No, I
yeah.
never did. Nikita doesn't
I don't
know.
know about this. And
The Merc
do I
game
need
is
to
where
know?
you
Okay.
replace the last letter of the Merc with any other consonant, and that's the new name for the Merc.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love the game.
It's a
and
great game.
Not that I do.
It's a great game.
I did like the game initially. but
Merce.
Yeah,
That's my vote.
I gotta
think
go.
it's the
I gotta
best
go
one.
to the Merb to get some kale.
Paul's been playing this game with me. It's only participant for about 7 years.
Yeah,
Do you love it?
but now I'm sharing it with the community here.
I-
Play the Merc game with us. It's the Merp now.
Merp is a good one.
Yeah.
You love this game, Mary.
It's a fine game. I mean, it makes an everyday mundane thing like a little more spicy, so I like that. I mean, I like it spicy. So that's your one regret, huh?
And now
That's
I
it.
have no regrets.
Yeah, I thought you just shared it, so
Wow.
no more regrets. Yeah.
I'm sure. I guess I feel like I don't. This might be a problem. I don't live with a lot of regrets because every choice you don't make, like you have no idea what the branching paths from that would have been, and people probably would have survived without the Merc game. I don't know.
But
really
maybe
regret
it?
maybe the Merc game just made their
You're right.
their life a little better.
You're probably right.
I hope so.
Nikita, do you want to share?
I don't have a lot of regrets.
Okay.
No, I mean, I talked about pretzel cake way more than I expected to, and like that's like I would have regretted if I hadn't had
I'm
as
glad
many
you brought that to
conversations
the
about it as I
community.
had. Yeah.
Thank goodness that came up.
Mm-hmm.
I regret not doing toot toot beep beep earlier. I regret not having that in my life more
Toot
at
Toot
an
Beep Beep
earlier
is
time.
Really great.
Yeah, I feel like I shared what I really wanted to share for the most part. I feel really good about it. I feel good. I don't want to, no.
Cool. Is there anything you want to say out loud into the ether to manifest it while you have this opportunity? Is that too big a question? Shall
That's
we
a
come
really
back to it?
big question that I don't have an answer to.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't know if this might be a chance to say or something else like that.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. That's why I
Oh,
said
you
it
just want me to
real
talk
quiet.
about my
Might not be
dream a little
time.
bit?
Do you want to start manifesting it just in case they're watching?
The universe is watching me.
It doesn't have to be. No, it might not be
Sure.
time.
No, I don't know.
Maybe it's time.
Do you
Can
want
you
me
do
to-
it in 1 minute? Because we got to open the store.
I want to open a queer bookstore. That's it.
You
Queer
did it.
bookstore
It
is
was
really
only
what I
like
care
10
about.
seconds.
Nikita, how good did it feel to say that like out loud more publicly? Someone's here.
Here.
It's
Allison.
Allison.
Here it is, Allison. Oh my
wow,
gosh,
Allison, we're live on
friends.
Wonder Fair Home Shopping. Do you want to pop your cute face in?
Let's pop your cute face in real quick.
We'll just lean over.
Boom, Allison's here.
Y'all, this is a sign of the times. We were able to have an extra staff member around.
Boom.
This is awesome.
I tried to manifest that and it happened. I manifested it.
Wow,
Hooray.
amazing. So,
Thought about it.
Allison's
She came.
here and going to
Oh, I
start
love
helping
that.
us manifest some extra time to get stuff done. Nikita is going to start being manifesting. Why isn't there a cool queer bookstore around that Nikita owns?
Because Nikita needs to own it.
That would be fun.
Thanks, Allison.
So I like that
I just gotta own
manifestation.
it.
I think I'm gonna manifest the same thing as Nikita. And Paul, what do you want to manifest?
Oh, my.
He wants to be a
Merc
baby
game worldwide.
dinosaur.
Yeah,
He's manifesting everybody in Lawrence playing the Merc game. That's what
yeah.
he's trying
There
to
you go.
manifest.
I mean, I've already done it. That would be great.
Oh wow.
Merc.
I'll explain it
One in
later,
Merc.
Allison.
Yeah.
You're happy and content because you have really realistic goals.
That
Like,
would-
start
I mean,
small.
Yeah, there you go.
Have people say weird consonants at the end of the Merc.
It's pretty straightforward. Well, from all of us here at Wonder Fair Home Shopping Network, you can come see us in person, but you will not see us on the Instagrams for a little while, and we're sorry about that, but we got big things to manifest this fall, and so do you. So everybody, get to work.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Just a hand.
So real.
Oh, wow.